Hi friends, welcome back to ECMAScript tutorial series. So we are discussing about the ECMAScript promise concept, and after that last we have discussed about the API concept with the promise, right? So we have created these things and we used some demo API links to fetch some records, and you can see all the records here, right? So basically JavaScript is always a synchronous and single threaded, right? So JavaScript can be make as asynchronous. So in this video I will going to show you how to make that, right? So if you check our last tutorial, so we are using the promise and we are using the links to fetch records. So here you can see all the records, but the thing is we need to resolve this API request 2 times. So we are using then 2 times to get the actual output. So I need actually this type of output. So here we can see all the 10 records of user. So basically this is coming from a dummy API, and for that we are using these things 2 times, right? So in this video I will going to resolve this problem, and I want to show you some advanced things so we can fetch records but we can resolve in one go, right? So here we need a concept of asynchronous, right? So asynchronous keyword returns a promise actually. So let's see an example. So suppose let's create a function, suppose function, and suppose my function, right? So this is the function name, my function, my function. And if you just console something from here, right, console log and say test, and call this my function from outside of this. So just simply write my function. Okay, so it will call my function, and let's go here. We can see, so if you just refresh this, we are getting the output test. So we all know that things. So now if I just use the async keyword, basically it will wait until the full execution process is done. Now let's use something. So now let's use the same URL. So just copy all those things and also use the fetch, and now just write here fetch, and let's take inside a variable. Suppose let's take a variable, suppose response is the variable, and now let's call this. So just return the response. So simply just return the response, right? Now if you just go here and let's see, so we are not getting anything because we are not consoling these things. So let's take a variable in the my function section, so where we are just calling let result equal to my function, and I am consoling these things, console.log res, right? So now if we just go and refresh this, we are getting a promise, right? And its state is fulfilled. That means it's a resolved promise and there is no error, means there is no rejection. So it's fulfilled the promise. That means it always resolved, right? Now in the last video, if we just check, we are using first we are resolving, and in that section we are returning the value in the JSON format, and then we are getting the output. So same things we will do here also. So inside the response, actually I just want to make this response as in JSON format, and here I will resolve that things in one go. So now if I just refresh this, we are getting the uncaught promise, right? So we are returning actually the promise, and we need to resolve this. So how can we resolve this? So here we have not used the handle, or you can say we cannot handle the resolve, that the reason the error is appearing. Now just go here and simply write result. So what we actually getting in all of my functions section, result res, then to resolve any promise we need to use then, and here let's take a variable, suppose item, and here just use the arrow function, and inside this we just consoling the item, right? So cut this and paste it here, and let's print the item from here, right? Now if I just go here and let's check, there always will be a error because it's still uncaught promise. The thing is, when we use this thing, we need to use the await function or await keyword into here. So simply write await, await. So this is the another keyword, so actually spelling mistake, await, await, right? And now refresh this, we'll get all the records just like previous, right? So the advantage is we don't need to resolve these things 2 times and we are getting the same output. Basically this is the same concept, but this is some advanced concept, right? So hope you will like this and hope you can understand this video, and still if you have any queries about this video, please comment in a below comment section, and next day we are going to discuss about another topic on ECMAScript, right? So we'll continue this series until we complete all the topics. So please like and subscribe this channel for upcoming video. Thanks for watching this video. Have a good day. Bye.